Sup people, Backwoods here. Had a very interesting encounter with a police officer today, and I just thought I'd tell you all about it. I enrolled in college earlier this August, and as a person that carries a knife with them everywhere, I was concerned to what my university's rules were carrying a folding knife. And so I looked them up on their website, and they told me that I could carry a folding knife or a fixed blade on me with a overall length of up to 11 inches. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. You know, I'm going from high school to where they're not letting me carry any kind of a knife on me to where these rules say that I can carry a knife of up to 11 overall inches. I mean, that's absolutely great. It also said, like, it had a entire page of just uh, the university's rules concerning weapons and the carry of weapons and all that kind of stuff. And at the top it said, these are the rules, but they're not limited to this. Basically saying that these rules can be bended or tweaked just, if I had to assume, I'd say just in the cop's favor to help him decide something else is illegal or unruly or something, I don't know. But anyway, and so I was just wondering what would constitute or what would justify a bending of these rules. So I went to the police station that's on campus. And so I'm talking to this cop and he gets mad at me, like just severely pissed off at me. Thinks like he's never heard of this before. Apparently he had no idea that this was the university's position on the carry of a knife. And he's pissed. Like he thinks I just pulled that out of my ass, just pulled it out of thin friggin' air. I had to tell him it is on the website. You can go check. And after I tell him that, he's still friggin' pissed off at me. And then he tells me the Alabama state knife law, which a long time ago I asked a state trooper and the police officer that was at my high school what the state law was on carrying a folding knife, and they both told me the same thing. They said that you can carry a folding knife on you with a blade of up to 3 inches long. They also told me that very few cops are really technical about this, and no one's gonna really, pull out a measuring tape and measure your knife blade or anything. And personally, I've been caught by a police officer with a knife in my pocket that was over 3 inches in blade length, and they saw it and they didn't even mention it. I mean, they didn't care. And this guy apparently was one of the few that really, really freaking cares. He told me that the state law was that I couldn't have a knife on me with an overall length of over 6 inches, and that if he caught me with one, I was getting arrested and I was getting expelled. And I mean, he's talking to me the entire time like I'm some kind of criminal hoodlum. I'm trying to figure out what the rules are. I'm obviously at least attempting to abide by them, so I don't know why the hell he was so damn pissed off at me. And then I got home and I decided that I would look up my state's laws on this because I'd asked a couple cops, and those were the other cops I'd asked I trusted. I didn't trust this cop. He could be lying to me. I mean, just because he's a cop, I'm not automatically going to trust him. He's established no form of trust with me. I didn't know him. And so I spent about 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out what my state's knife laws were. And I found a great grand total of, wait for it, not shit. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I found an entire page of stuff just talking about the carry of weapons. It must have mentioned a Bowie knife 20 something times. It only mentioned a folding knife once, and that was to explain to me that a Bowie knife and a folding knife are not the same thing. I'm a knife collector. I knew that. My God. So I didn't learn anything about carrying knives from that at all. One interesting thing that I did learn was that I could be fined up to $500 and serve a total of up to 6 months in the county jail for carrying a slingshot on my person. That's pretty damn stupid. I mean, you hear about stupid laws all the time. One of the best ones that we have here in Alabama is that you can't wear a fake mustache in church. But I mean, my God, you can't carry a slingshot on you. I mean, and then if you do, you can get charged up to $500. 6 months in jail, people. 6 months. What'd you do? I stabbed a guy in the face. What'd you do? I was carrying a slingshot. Yeah, you're gonna get gang raped the shit out of you in jail if you tell them that. My God. Also, the entire time that cop was talking to me today, telling me that if he catches me with a knife bigger than this, I'm gonna get arrested. I had a knife on me. I had my Spyderco paramilitary too. 3.5 inch blade. I don't remember the overall length. I know it's over 7 inches. And I had that on me. Thankfully, before I go in, I thought ahead enough to take the knife off the pocket clip and shove it down on my pocket. Thank God I did. The entire time this cop is talking to me, he's checking every single one of my pockets. I'm wearing tactical pants today, and he's glancing down every couple of seconds to look and see if I have a knife clipped to my pocket. Had my flashlight clipped to my pocket. Maybe he recognized that it wasn't a knife, because usually people think it's a knife because they just barely see it. But God, he was a dick. He was a dick. He did tell me, however, that I could carry my Leatherman legally. I mean, freaking great, dude. I already knew that. But I'm gonna do some more research into it, see what I can figure out. My uncle's a lawyer. He's a divorce lawyer, so I doubt he'll know anything about this, but hell, I'll ask him anyway. Alright, well, thank y'all for letting me get that out of my system. Let me rant a bit. I needed that. I really did. Alright, well, thank y'all for watching. This is Backwoods. I'll see you.